Okay, now I just saw this one. I don't know if it's been resolved. I looked it up and it seemed like about a few hours ago it's still active. So this is Bonnie, let's see. This is who posted this. Bonnie Feaster Chappa, but it looks like Jenna Scott and Michael Swearingin are, excuse me, my stomach's making noises, are both missing. Please share. Call the police with any information. Last update was from a friend of Mike's on Facebook. Phone stopped tracking in Austin. Car was last seen in Austin with the doors unlocked and in a neighborhood they would never have gone to. Police are involved. As some of you are aware, my sister Jenna Scott and her friend Michael Swearingin have been missing in Austin as of Thursday evening. Let's see, and there's a phone number there. 512-424-2160 is the number for the Texas Rangers Division of DPS that deals in this kind of stuff. I personally believe this is a kidnapping, hostage, or worse situation. If you see this status, I at least ask you to share it, and if so inclined, call the Texas Rangers and let them know that loved ones, members of the community are missing, and help given is greatly appreciated by myself and the family, friends of these beautiful souls. Edit at 11 p.m. No new news. Hopefully tomorrow brings more answers. Edit at 6:12 a.m. This is on the 6th, I think. No news throughout the night. We need every prayer warrior good vibe center to pray. This is now on today at 3:36 a.m. Still no new news. Okay, and then at 2:17, I would imagine p.m. No news on the whereabouts of Jenna and Michael, but the case is building a lot of momentum. Don't give up hope. We aren't the kind of people to ask for charity, but in a situation like this, we need all the help we can get. All right, so let's see what we have here. Michael Swearingin and Jenna Scott are missing from the Temple, Texas area. They were last seen on January 3rd. Michael's car was located in the Austin area. Jenna is the mother of 9-year-old Emery Scott. Please help reunite Emery with her mother. Both of these kids have parents that are searching and praying for their safe return. Wow, thanks. Bullshit Flag. Actually donated $40. Wow, that's very nice of you. Bullshit Flag. I gotta say that out loud.
Keep up the great work, Gray.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Both of these kids have parents that are searching. So does anybody have any links on this one that, a little bit more detail? I was trying to get some information on it earlier. Let's see. Yeah, so maybe this is... Okay, how about this? I did find this just before coming on the air. Jenna Scott and Michael Swearing... it's amazing how heavy.com comes up with this stuff so quickly. Right? I mean, it's like, boom. They just absolutely... It's a little bit like the Daily Mail, how they always come up with the images and so forth right away. So this is Jenna Scott and Michael Swearingin. I've never seen that name. Have any of you guys ever seen that name before? Let me just type that in. Let me get out my handy dandy, see where they live. All right? Because that name's probably only one of those in that town, I would imagine. Unless it's like I believed Oxendine to believe. You remember Megan Oxendine? I thought, wow, there's probably only one Oxendine in the whole city. And it's like, that's like Johnson there. It was amazing. I'm going to just type that in. I mean, in the United States, that's probably one. If there's more than two of those, I'll be shocked. Wow, there's actually 3 pages. I've never even seen that name before. Oh my God. Swearingin? Wow, like swearing in. I'm going to be, when are you going to be swearing him in? The swearing in ceremony. Okay. Well, at least we can narrow it down to Texas. There can't be that many there. And he's probably what? How old was he? He's 32 and she's 28. There's a 32-year-old right there. And where did they say they lived? Was it Temple? That's him. Got it. Nailed it right there. All right, so he lives at 20. This is the address right there. And you look at this and you go, God, what did he live out in the middle of nowhere? I don't understand that. Is this just an old satellite image or what? What do we got going on here? No, that's... Okay, there you go. Look at that. I knew that was it. I was like, that looks like kind of like a development in progress. See, look. This is August 2015, right? Just looks like almost a quarry at that point. Doesn't even look like a development, really, of any kind. And then when you go to January 2017, their house hadn't even been built yet, but you could see that they were cleared out some land for... It's a little bit like the Chris Watts case, not to bring that up again, but their house doesn't exist on Street View. It's not there yet. So here you've got... This is January 2017, and now this is January 2018. Now I'm wondering if they've even had Street View out there at this point. No. So, but that's the house right there, and I am certain that he lives there because the house wasn't even built till this year, and I'm sure that's the first owner. Okay, so there's no chance in my mind that, oh well, you don't know if he still lives there or not. Okay, that's gonna be him. All right, so we know that he lives right there. Let me get that name. That's Michael. Okay. And I'm going to create a new, I'm just going to create a new folder here. Oops. Michael Swearingin. Okay. So we've got that. We know that's where they're from. Now, did she live with them? Let's see. So this is the heavy article. Maybe we can get some more information out of this one. Two people from Temple, Texas, Michael Swearing 32 and Jenna Scott 28, are missing, and a car they were in was found abandoned in Austin, Texas. No one has heard from them since very early Friday morning, and their friends and family are hoping anyone with information will come forward. Number one, their gray Hyundai Genesis was found in Austin with the doors unlocked. Now, it looks like they've given an address there. So here we go. Here's East 12th Street and Paquito Street. So apparently this is where the car was found. So let's put all that in here. We'll use heavy. We'll just accept that heavy's telling the truth there. And that's a gray Hyundai Genesis. All right. Now let's take a look at see if we can find one of those. Gray Hyundai Genesis. Copy image address. So now that I have that, what's cool about Google Earth is you can go to these sections here and put the address right in there like that. And then you can go back and look at it. Like if I wanted to remember, oh yeah, what do these look like again? Down over here on the left, you can click on that, and it'll go right to the car there. You see that? So there you go. I'm glad that worked. I'd never tried that on the air. Michael and Jenna were last seen in a gray Hyundai Genesis, CBS Austin reported. The car was found on East 12th Street and Poquito Street, KXAN reported. The map above shows roughly where the car was found. Michael's phone was found a block away. Oh, Jesus, that's not good. So the cell phone was found in the area too. I'll just put like, you know, I don't know for sure, but let's just pretend it was right there. The car was found by friends using tracking services. Jenna's brother Talon said on Facebook that the car was seen with the doors unlocked and in a neighborhood they would not have gone to. Richie Davis, one of Michael's friends, said on Facebook that the car had been parked with the doors unlocked for more than 24 hours before they found it. Davis said the phone stopped tracking around the corner from the car, from where the car was found. 2. Family and friends believe their disappearance may have involved foul play. Well, it sounds like it. Yeah, I mean, you got a car in a really bad neighborhood, the cell phone on the ground. It's not looking good. Jenna and Michael are from Temple, Texas. They were let's do this first. Let's see how far away they are, you know, where they're from. Wow. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a few miles here, I would imagine. Yeah, 60 miles away. Maybe probably 65 driving. The car was found by friends using tracking services. Jenna's brother Talon said on Facebook that the car was seen with the doors unlocked. Okay, we got that part. Now, Jenna and Michael are from Temple, Texas. They were last heard from around 3 a.m. on Friday. That's that's pretty late. Nothing really good happens around that time. January 4th, under suspicious circumstances. Oh, wait, that's weird. They were last heard from around 3 a.m. on Friday, January 4th, under suspicious circumstances. Well, that's interesting. I wonder what, like when they say last heard from, was it like, hey, wait, you know, was it some frantic? Michael was last seen at 4:10 p.m. on Thursday, January 3rd, and Jenna was last seen that same day at 4:38 p.m. Although the car was found in Austin, his friend and family are also seeking clues in Temple. On January 7th, which is today, or for me anyways, unless you live on the East Coast, then it's early morning, and that's why Art Bell says, "From the high desert in the great American Southwest, I bid you all good evening," or good morning, as the case may be, because his show would start about this time. Michael's friend Richie Davis wrote on Facebook that security footage was deleted at Michael's home. Yikes. See, yeah, I did hear about this earlier, yeah. Although the car was found in Austin, his friends and family are also seeking clues in Temple. On January 7th, Michael's friend Richie Davis wrote on Facebook that security footage was deleted at Michael's home, which has left Michael's friends suspicious. Well, how do you know for sure, you know? Davis confirmed this with TDT News. Will it work? I'm not sure if I caught that in time. I turned it back on there, but Raven sent it in. If it doesn't work, I'll have to do the imitation myself. Yeah, well, since it's not working, I'll do it. Gray makes solving cases easy. That's how it would have sounded. Because that's how Streamlabs reads it if you put spaces between the E's. All right? I did it better anyways, right? Come on. That's interesting about the surveillance footage, right? The footage was deleted at Michael's home. which has left Michael's friends suspicious. Davis confirmed this with TDT News. We suspect foul play inside of Swearingin's house based on the security updates, he said. However, all footage was completely deleted from his home computer around 8:30 p.m. And then, so let's see, Michael was last seen at 4:10 p.m. on Thursday. All right. Let's see, on Thursday, January 3rd, and Jenna was last seen that same day at 4:38 p.m. So what are they saying on TDT News here? This one's it's pretty interesting at this point. We suspect foul play inside Swearingin's house. So if we go back to that, too bad we can't, there's no street view of that. But it's such a random place. I mean, again, it was just built. Yeah, they're building another house right there. So you have a security camera here, and then somebody already just kind of went in there and... Wait, is that for real? Oh, it's January 20th, 2018. So this is a year ago right here. And there's a vehicle outside right there. Doesn't look like the one he has, but... And there's no street view there. It's a white car. Let's see. We suspect foul play. However, all the footage was completely deleted from his home computer at 8:30 p.m. and the camera was shut off. Oh boy. So that means they were in their house. There's probably like a home invasion. They realized it was being recorded. They told them to tell them where it all was. They deleted all of it. Then they turned off the camera so that while leaving, it didn't record new footage. You see? So that's why they had them turn it off, so that it didn't record them taking off as well. Davis wrote on Facebook that messages were sent from Michael's phone around 3 a.m. Friday that were not him, but were trying to pretend to be him. Oh boy. Law enforcement has not commented on this. They were last heard from around... So that 3 a.m. right here, up here, isn't going to be really him. Jenna's younger brother, Talon, said, the family believes foul play may have been involved in their disappearance. KXAN reported on his Facebook page. Talon shared, I personally believe that this is a kidnapping, hostage, or worse situation.
Well, hey, Chris, police are not saying much about this missing persons case other than confirming a few very basic facts. But the families of the missing friends say they are heartbroken and extremely concerned for their safety.
Police say 32-year-old Michael Swearingin and 28-year-old Jenna Scott were last seen on January 4th in Temple. Monday, Austin police confirming that the car the pair was last seen in, which was Michael and Scott, were last Swearingin and
I think that's a driver's license.
28-year-old Jenna Scott were last seen on January 4th in Temple. Monday, Austin police confirming that the car the pair was last seen in, which was Michael's gray Hyundai Genesis, was found in their city this weekend. Jenna Scott's brother say the two were there to hang out with friends.
His car was found on 12th East Street. It was unlocked, and his phone was found a block away.
We did some digging and found out that at one time, Jenna had a protective order on a man she met on Tinder. The two started dating, but eventually broke up. A copy we obtained of that protective order says things between the two got violent, and the subject of that order not only harassed her at school, but at one point broke into her home. Her family thinks the two friends could be in danger. Temple police, though, would not confirm whether or not the ex-boyfriend is a suspect.
And I believe my sister's being held hostage somewhere. Time is of the essence. Like, I believe this is a very serious situation.
More than $3,000 in donations have been raised to bring both Michael and Jenna home. Families say the donations will be applied toward private investigator fees and applied to related search efforts. Jenna's brother says they are thankful for the support.
The amount of support that we've received, oh God, I can't believe the community has surrounded us with so much love and compassion and generosity.
Now, the family say at one point Jenna Scott was getting her master's degree at UMHB. She has a 9-year-old daughter. Her brother.
I'd like to see that. Does any of you guys know how to look something like that up? Maybe you could look her name up and see if you can find that protective order. Jenna Scott, 28, out of Temple, Texas. Here, I'll put it in the chat there. Right there. Okay. Jenna Scott, 28. You found it? Wait, let's see. Oh, that's it already? Jesus. Let's see. The court further finds that the applicant has shown that the application for a protective order should be granted, and that granting this protective order is necessary to prevent future family violence by, you almost kind of wonder, is this the ex-husband of her? Why would you say family violence? All right, and she does have a child that's 9, so you kind of wonder, and now that person's really angry that she's moved on and dating somebody else, and then because he's psycho, did something crazy. Doesn't that sound right, unfortunately? The court finds that the family violence has occurred, was committed by... I can't see it. The court therefore grants the application for a protective order. The court further finds that Jenna K. Scott are in a dating relationship that began in August 2015. No, this is somebody she met on Tinder, right? Yeah, forget it. Forget what I said. That's right, they said that in the article. Oh, you guys just said that in there. Okay. Yeah. So this is somebody after the husband. So the guy on Tinder must have just been just one of those psychos, like these people that send messages on Facebook and YouTube that are just crazy people sitting around and have nothing better to do. Really vindictive types, They sit around, oh God, oh, how do I get back at somebody? It is ordered that the following person are protected by this temporary ex parte protective order. Okay. Oh, wow. So it's protecting Jenny K. Scott, Jonathan Scott, and Karen Scott. Wow. So this guy was like nuts. He broke into a house where she was living. The court finds that the following orders are necessary or appropriate to prevent or reduce the likelihood of family violence. It is ordered that, in accordance with Section 85.022 of Texas Family Code, let's see, I don't really want to read through the code. That's boring shit there. So he can't go within 50 yards of any known location. They crossed that part out and changed it. Let's see. The family hired 2 private investigators and is working closely with Austin and Temple police. Talon said his sister does not have an active Facebook account. Michael's mother, Deborah Daniel Harrison, clarified on a public Facebook post that Michael and Jenna are friends and they were not dating. So that might be something that they're trying to say to, in case the abductor's listening and they won't get angry. I have a strong feeling it's going to be that the guy on Tinder. And if it is the guy on Tinder, then that means the police already know who this is because there was that protective order that has his name right on it. Of course, he'll have an alibi. And it'll be, well, where were you? Well, I was at my mother's house in the basement. And the mother say, yeah, I think he was down there, yeah. Jenna had been planning a birthday party for her daughter who turns 10 on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. I think that's tomorrow, right? I never know what day it is anymore. Jenna's brother, Talon, told KXAN she wouldn't just disappear right before her child's birthday. Their disappearance is completely out of character for both of them. Jenna's father, Jonathan, told CBS Austin that the two are very responsible. They would have let somebody know if they were doing something, he said. Jonathan said he's coming to Austin to pass out flyers. Okay, what's for? Okay, GoFundMe was set up, and Jenna is 5'5" with a maple leaf tattoo on her neck, and Michael is 6 feet, 220 pounds. Jenna's friend Kaylee Zachary said on Facebook that Michael is about 6 feet tall and 220 pounds, and Jenna is 5'5", 120 pounds, and has red maple leaf tattoo on her back, on the back of her neck. So she must be a fan of Canada. Michael's public social media posts were mostly about faith and video games. One of his last public Facebook posts was made May 31st, 2018, when he quoted 1 Corinthians 13:13 and wrote in part, "Love is not a noun. To love is to do, to feel, to become. Love is not passive nor still." One of his last Instagram posts was from a church service he attended in mid-December. Michael and Jenna's friends and family are doing everything they can to find them and searching every possible clue. If you have any information, please call the Temple Police at 254-298-5500. All right. So everybody keep an eye out there. It's not looking good, though, to be honest with you. So she does have a mugshot at some point. Thank you, bullshit flag. Let's see. Who is Jenna Scott? Was Jenna Scott arrested? When was Jenna Scott? Do you know what she was booked for? Look at this. This is that movie. Do you guys remember that show Weeds that was on TV? Do you guys remember that? When they said little boxes, like the beginning of the show, how boring life is. Look at this shit right here. Could you imagine living in this neighborhood? Hello, what do they all wear? White shirts and like the same pants? I can't stand crap like this. Like just everybody has the same house. Like they just rotate them around. Like that house will probably be, what is it, right there too? Or, it's just, oh God. Well, that's interesting that she has an arrest record. Did anybody say why in there? I didn't see it. If you did. Let's see. Oh, scroll down in the article. All right. Oh, there you go. So you kind of wonder, was that with the guy that was from Tinder, though, right? Assault caused bodily injury. Family member. Wow, I didn't even see that part. Let me think. How would that work then? God. So that wouldn't be the guy on Tinder then, would it? So how would that work then? So back in August, she gets in a fight at home where she causes bodily injury to somebody, where a family member felt so strongly about it that they called police and had her arrested. That's weird, right? I mean, would you ever have a family member arrested unless it was something really awful? Yeah, we already went over this document, but that's the ex-boyfriend. I thought it was somebody she met on Tinder. So now it says something different. A protective order was filed on July 27, 2018, that has since been dismissed. Said things between Jenna Scott and her ex-boyfriend got violent, and he's not only harassed her at school, but broke into her home. So that is that person. So she's kind of been involved with the law a few different times then, hasn't she? She doesn't sound like Miss Squeaky Clean. She has that look, though, doesn't she? So it sounds like she had a sort of a domestic violence thing on her own, in her own family. It sounds like she attacked one of her family members, and they called the police, and she got arrested. But then she also did a domestic violence charge on an ex-boyfriend or something, maybe somebody she met on Tinder, apparently. Although it's one article said boyfriend, the other one said somebody she met on Tinder. But I don't know. I mean, that'd be really psycho if somebody from Tinder that you barely knew did that. But it sounds like it was a boyfriend that she just happened to have met there, like somebody meeting somebody on Match.com and dating for a while. And then that person seems like they went nuts. Oh, you sent me an email? Okay. Let's see what bullshit flag sent me this time. And that's the name. That's the username. I'm not making up. Their name isn't Flag, and I'm calling them bullshit. All right. Yeah, I don't see an email in there. You got to send it to grayhughes2@gmail.com. It's right here. This is my email that I look at. This one, right there. It sounds like Tinder, though, is just, hello, sex, goodbye. I mean, that's pretty much all it is, right? I mean, Match.com can be a little bit like that, too. Now, eHarmony, on the other hand, that one you got to answer about 16,000 questions, and you never even get to see the person until they're a match. And then it's like, oh my God, I'm not attracted to you whatsoever. Okay, did you spell it right? GRAYHUZE 2. That's not it. That's not it. I told you what it was. That's not it. Bullshit Flag. I typed it in for you even. It's right here. So I don't know who you sent that to. Some random schmuck named Gray Hughes. But this is the one right here. All right. I gave it to you. Nefarious. That's right, Sylvie. Nefarious. All right, let's see if you get it here this time. Hey, look at that. There it is. All right, let's see. Jenna Scott, Temple, Texas, age 28. So that does sound like the right person. We got the right address already. This is the family that we've seen. Man, it has a lot of information about it. Oh, so you got a bunch of, this is like inside information here. Criminal record. Date of birth. We got the date of birth here. So on June 1st, 2018, she had an assault that caused bodily injury to a family member. Then on June 1st, which is the same, the same incident. So this is just them piling on. I almost bet you all of these were dropped and nothing happened. It's probably her saying, I'm going to kill you, in a really angry rage. And, she didn't do it. But here it says, terroristic threat of a family member. Okay, but it's the same incident. All right, so when they stack them on like this, I always start rolling my eyes, because it's just one incident of anger, but then you added about 30 different things just because it could fit into a box somewhere. Okay, here's another one. This one's a whole different one. This is March 30th, 2016, and so she got a DUI on that one. So far she sounds like, some people, that I've known since high school. Maybe not the terroristic threat part. Okay, this one is July 23rd, 2012, so she would have been 22 at the time. Driving while intoxicated again. Then on 6/24/2013. Hey, thank you, by the way, for sending this to me. I'd say your name, or, BS flag. In this case, she was resisting arrest. Man, what's weird is I've never been arrested, or I know that makes me lame, right? But like, look at someone like this who's 28 that has multiple arrests. Now people are going to look up my name. Oh, really? Okay, let me see if he's lying or not. Well, I can tell you right now, I've never been arrested for anything. Let's see. And then this one is on 7/23/2012. That's resisting arrest again. So 6, 7. Now she's on 7. Let's see. What was she sentenced to? Driving while intoxicated again. Department of Corrections. Yeah, me too, little Kelly. Resisting arrest again. Now she got some jail time for some of this shit. Wow. So she has 8 criminal records at this point. Pretty crazy, huh? Come on, babies. ZZ. Hey, well, we don't know what the other guy's probably a cool guy. I don't know. To be honest with you, none of the stuff. She's got 8 records, but they're all kind of like. Don't you guys all know people that were when they were 20? They drink, get pulled over, and act like an idiot. See, that's what like most of that is. And then the more concerning part is the terroristic threats and injuries that cause bodily harm, I guess, where it was so much so that a family member would even call it in. Okay, but that's just one incident there. That's one time. Oh yeah? Why do you have to pay for him at all, Lanky Jen? He's in prison. Why do you have to give him anything? I mean, like, you give money so he can go to get some, like, candy bars and things like that, or... She's lived in 5 states, huh? Yeah. Well, I don't, living in 5 states doesn't seem that weird. There's a lot of people that move around a lot like that. Kind of just depends on what she was doing. Alright, well, let's keep an eye out on this one, alright? I mean, I think it's interesting regardless of that stuff, right? Like, it's, I mean, it actually makes it more interesting, to be honest, because now you have more to work with. You can actually look at it and go, well, geez, do you think maybe that's something to do? There's things that might be relevant to why they're missing. See, that's the thing is like a lot of times we get these cases and they just disappear off the face of the earth and we have absolutely nothing.